Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Titan. Oh, there's a pirate vulture coming in. Oh, well. I had a whole big opening. We were going to... Oh, wait, is he getting further away now? No, he's still coming in. Let's go see what's up with him. I was going to say, I have a whole big intro planned. I did all the side thrusters on this thing. Well, let's go see. This guy's getting pretty close, and he might be a bit of a problem. Although I also have no idea if he will be or not, because he might go by, or he might just crash. Sometimes they crash in this atmosphere. We could plan we could plan to launch a drone if we needed to. I guess we'll just wait and see. He's not talking to me. I actually don't even remember how to launch the drone, because I don't have a control ship anymore. I'm not entirely sure I can launch the drone. What I should do is, I should have programmed these drones so that the moment the bottom connector disconnects is when they will, like, immediately go into, like, patrol mode or something like that. But, I don't know, let's just see. Looks like Rev's folks are streaming in. Welcome, Goose Troop. We're watching this vulture. He seems to be getting closer, but he also seems to be heading toward the ground, which I don't know. I don't think he's actually gonna make it over here, to be honest. Every other time a vulture has come near here, they've ended up either crashing or despawning. Okay, now he's heading out. Okay. Well, anyway. Sorry, I started my stream before you all came over here. I started my stream, and then immediately there was a bad guy flying around, so let me let me start by welcoming everybody again. I am Duke Skyloafer. I am taking a little bit of radiation damage standing right there. And we are here on the moon of Titan, where I was last seen working on this vector thrust-based ship. Now, I looked into more of how the vector thrust script works, the new vector thrust script, and I think we might have to make a couple of minor changes, but nothing too huge. So, hello Game Dork specifically, and Timmy Dean, both of you welcome. I've got actually a cool thing to show. I don't know if you all saw the news. No, not the, it wasn't the newsletter. It was the Merrick's Dev blog, Dev Diary today. Hey, Ire, welcome. They gave everybody access to, I hope this doesn't fall apart on me, 3D files, the 3D print files for the Little Engineer model, and I have started to print him, and actually, the printing kind of is done, except that his little pouches, well, so here's, let me, this is where he's at so far. He looks really cool. He's a cute little guy. I printed him in, like, prototype gray. He's got the little feet. I wish I could make my camera a little bit bigger, but I can't at the moment. He's got the little feet. He's got a thumbs up. He's got a backpack. He's got the thruster on the back. He's got the thruster on the front. He's giving a thumbs up. For some reason, so he's got little indentations in the side of his hip for the for his hand to rest on when he's like half akimbo there. Except for some reason, even though I like sanded it down and lined it up, his thumb doesn't really go into the indent correctly on mine. So that's probably just my printer not being particularly, precise. I also, as I was trying to pull the support pieces off, I broke one of his little side belts and was thankfully able to glue it back on. So he's doing good. So the only things he's missing are his little pouches on the front. And one of them, so this is one of the little pouch sets. Where's the thing there? There we go. I don't know if you can't see that. One of the little pouch sets. I haven't finished pulling the supports off and sanding it down. And then the other side pouch sets, for some reason, became very just like melty. And I don't know why. My printer just kind of completely screwed those up. It didn't even finish the top of them. So I'm going to have it reprint one of those, and then I got to finish the other ones, and then I just glue them on the side. But yeah, he's really cute. I like him. He comes in multiple pieces. The pieces are his helmet, his visor, each arm is a piece, his main body, the backpack is a piece, the legs are a single piece, and then his front thruster and back thruster are separate pieces, plus the two sets of pouches that are going to go somewhere along his belt. I don't know where. So if you wanted to print them in different base colors, and then to not have to paint so much, like you could do his visor in black or whatever, and his helmet in red or blue, or like most of him in blue, and then paint the details on, or whatever color you like to make your engineer. I just kind of liked having him in prototype gray, so that's what I'm going with. Do whatever you like if you have a 3D printer. I have a standard like extrusion 3D printer. They also give you versions of the models with, if you have one of those resin printers where it pulls the pieces out of the resin, they gave models that have the supports built in. I don't have a resin printer, I just have a regular extrusion printer, so I guess maybe they're both regular. I don't know what regular means, but I just have an extrusion 3D printer, and so I had to generate my own supports for the pieces. But he's very cute. He needs a name. We should name him. Everybody think of a name, and maybe we'll vote on it or something. I don't know. Okay, so here's what I've learned. Oh, I've got tons of little tiny chunks of 3D print support on my desk that I tried to clean up and it didn't quite work. Here's the deal today. So I looked at the Vector Thrust OS script, which is the current top of the line. Oh, Rev, did I say hello to you? I don't know if I said hello when you came in. Welcome to the stream. So what they said was you want to have the center of mass roughly right in the center of wherever all of your thrusters are. And obviously we have kind of screwed that up because we even pushed this forward a bit to have, to make it look kind of cool. But that means like the batteries and the cargo and everything is going to shift the center of weight back a bit. So there's a couple of things we can do with this. One is we can put, so this script does a couple of additional things beyond what the original Vector Thrust script did. So the original Vector Thrust was just Vector Thrust. This one also contains a version of Whiplash's Artificial Horizon built in, because then you can see the Artificial Horizon and you can see the Vector Thrust status on the same screen. I don't know if that was necessary, but because I actually like the built-in Artificial Horizon quite a lot, but his has colors and it looks cooler and everything, so I'm totally fine with it. So what we're going to want to maybe do is perhaps put the docking port near the front and then add maybe a small battery in the nose, because what it'll do is when you dock, it also has like auto docking in the sense of like whenever a connector connects, it will automatically shut off the vector thrust, and it'll put the it'll just put the thrusters to a neutral position or whatever and keep them from like spinning wildly. Same with if it lands with a landing gear, it'll just automatically do that. So we'll set that up, and then yeah, we could put a mass block in the front. Does the mass block, how heavy is the mass block? Mass. Artificial mass. Are these, because these are designed to provide mass for artificial gravity, but I don't remember what actual mass they have. So it has a mass of 906 kilograms, or the Spaceball is 2,281 kilograms, and both of these need gravity components. This one needs superconductors. Now, how much is that compared to a battery? I feel like that's quite a lot. Do I have... Oops. What did I just do? There we go. Where didn't I have a battery on the toolbar somewhere? Yeah, here it is. So a small battery weighs 146. So we could... I think the problem at the moment is that... let's see. Center of mass. I don't know if this thing is going to show me... Yeah, because it's still technically... Oh, no, there it is. I thought maybe because it was part of the larger grid that it wouldn't. But actually, because it's a subgrid, it's fine. So, yeah, center of mass is right there. If I were to put, like... Let's say... Let's actually line it up. 2 batteries on it. That doesn't do much. If we were to... Just out of curiosity, if we were to throw a space ball on the front... Yeah, that actually does put the center of gravity pretty much right where we would want it. Because if we put cargo in, then it's gonna... It'll shift it back a little bit. Do we want to add that much weight to this thing all the time? I don't know. When this is in planetary gravity... So in normal, or in artificial gravity, you can adjust the... like the weight of this thing, right? Yeah, virtual mass. But that only, the virtual mass only matters in artificial gravity. In planetary gravity, it's going to have its actual mass no matter what, I think. But, I will say, that does mean this may help it function in space. Will this help it function in space? I actually have no idea. I don't think it will. Maybe in an artificial gravity it might work okay, but doesn't need to work in artificial gravity. Can we just turn it off? I know it's still going to weigh stuff, but let's just turn it off. Alright, I say let's leave it in. And see what we get. I don't know if I have gravity components ready to go. I do. So the reason I put these little batteries on as well... Actually, you know what? Take that back. I'm going to take off this battery and put... Oh, where did I put that thing? There we go. Put this right there. I only need the little battery because it'll do that thing where when it goes to park, it'll set these batteries to recharge and then keep one small battery set to as a backup. You know, set to whatever. So what we're going to do is just do a very basic amount of... I just put all my stuff away. We're going to do a very basic amount of greebling just to kind of armor up some of this stuff. I've already hit caps lock when I didn't mean to. And then we'll weld up... Now, I assume I was thinking... Oh yeah, I put the connector on the back. I think because I was going to do a similar thing like this and have a connector on the back. We should probably have one on the bottom as well, but let's not worry about it for now. No, I think I want to go further on around this thing here. I'm not planning on putting any weapons on it for the maiden voyage here. Like, you ever have that situation where, like, your keyboard is just shifted ever so slightly and then you just miss all the buttons? That seems to be happening to me a lot more. Alright, I'm gonna just... there it is. Now I'm gonna put one of these right in front of it. Okay. We're not gonna worry too much about the bottom of this thing, but let's see if we can maybe cover up some of this top a little bit. Good, good. Let's see, if we did that, and then did down half slope and then a corner, I think we could do that. I don't know if it'll look... What the heck? There we go. Never hit that combo before. Out of all the accidental button combinations I've done on this stream, that is a new one. Oh, tabbing all the way to the desktop. Let's see. We could do... Yeah, let's just do this. We could always make it look better later. Thank you, Fuse. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. And we could also see how the miner is doing when we go out and check on our... when we do our maiden voyage here. Okay. So, oh yeah, let's get this all welded up. Okay. So that's that. We're not going to worry about anything else. I might worry about how that looks a little bit. What's up, EC? Welcome. Yes, this looks good enough for a maiden voyage type flight. Let's find out. If I put the vector thrust script... Oh, I still need a name for this thing if you guys want to come up with a name. We didn't come up with a name, right? No. Let's see. This we're going to call the PB for vector thrust. Oh, you know what? Oh, and I did that. My stream screen went away. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, then let's put it in there and see. Now, I read through the guide. I don't think I have internalized the guide, but I do have it handy here when I need it. And there it is. Supposedly, it should do pretty much everything I need inside. Okay, stuff's happening. That's good. Tags not applied. Apply them with apply tags. I don't know what that means, but supposedly if I just go into the custom data, there we go. So, tag surround characters. Apparently I'm supposed to do pipe. That's fine. Rotor calibration settings. I guess we will calibrate those later. Acceleration, total thrust, park. So these are the park settings. Turn off batteries when we park. Set batteries to recharge and tanks to stockpile on park. Assign backup with the surname backup. Oh, I love that. The surname backup. Automatically add small batteries as backup true. So I think we're just going to do that. Automatically add small batteries as backup because there's just one. Add automatically... Oh, I just realized I superglued part of my arm. I superglued part of my arm when I was building my little guy. I'm just going to keep showing him. My little guy. Thumbs up. Okay. Okay, so then Whip's Artificial Horizon. Run each script. Okay, that's fine. Lines. Oh, this is actually nice. If you are trying to use this on a server, they added this thing where you can basically tell it when it's docked. It slows itself way down. And I think you can actually even have it slow itself down even when it's running, too. You just get, it's like slightly less, responsive. So, reverse velocity, I don't know. Cruise mode, act like plane. Cruise mode, act like plane. False. I think that means when you're cruising, if you turn, it'll bank for no reason. Oh yeah, frames per operation. That's the thing if you want to tell it how many frames to wait in between doing things. Effective thrust. ET0. Now there was, I do need to look real quick. I know the sound is going to drop out. I need to look here. There's a thing to put, to tell it which one is the cockpit. That should show the thing. I also need to put, I just realized I don't have side-to-side vector thrust, so we have to put either a thruster on the back or a thruster on the top. So, probably do one on the back, and then it can shift side to side. That'll give us a little bit more downward thrust if we... well, no, there's a connector on the back. That'd be bad. We'll put it on the top. Just put like a quick little thing on a rotor. It'll look kind of silly, but it's what we're going to do. Let's see. Okay. So all we have to do is, in here, we just have to go VT, and then the index of the screen, and then this thing eventually should pick it up. I think there's like a certain amount of time it waits before it rescans things. Or I could just recompile and then it would be good to go. There it goes. So now we've got that thing. So I could see... So what you could see is on the side it says cruise and park. And then damp, which is... It can... If we don't have... I think we don't have any vanilla thrusters on here. As in, there's no static thrusters. And so the dampeners won't work at all. So it just shuts them off. And so it'll simulate dampeners through the, just, running the override on the thrusters. So, I can also, supposedly, hang on. Where was it? Okay. We need, here we go, back to here. This one. Let's put it... Well, everything should be normal here. So we just have to go... it says gear is one of them. I don't actually know what gear does. I just saw that you can add that as an argument. And then cruise. And park. Oh, and then dampeners. What's the other one? Dampeners. Dampeners. Okay. So now, I don't know what the... Okay, dampeners are off. So we would just be falling now. Dampeners on, they're going to point straight down to hold us up. Park should be messing with batteries. Yeah, cruise, we're trying to go. Oh, we could stop. We could stop. Gear? Oh, gear. Okay. Gear is... I was thinking gear is landing gear. Gear is like a gear shift. It's how fast you're going. But we could stop cruising. Any minute now we could stop cruising. That's obviously not going to do it. I want to, like, maybe recompile. Warning, tags are not applied. Apply them with apply tags. I don't know what that means. Back to the guide while we're burning our thrusters here. Apply tags. Okay. Assigning tags manually. Add the tags to the programmable block and the rest of the blocks manually, then recompile, blah, blah. Apply tags command assigns tags to all controller and rotors with thrusters in its top of all blocks reachable by the script. Okay, so I should just be able to write apply tag. Oh, nothing's typing. Apply tags all. There we go. And then what that should... Oh, you know what? I hope that was... didn't go out and apply tags to a bunch of other things. Let's see. Yeah, it did. It put tags all over everything, didn't it? Yeah, these things are not... These landing gear are on something else. These rotors are correct. There's my battery backup. That's fine. These are fine. Okay, this isn't actually as bad. These landing gear are not yours. You cannot have them. I think they're on that thing. I'm not entirely sure where that landing gear is. Let's see here. The hinge is not your hinge. These are elsewhere. This, which connect? Yeah, it's going to be not this connector. Tater tot. Definitely not that one. Now, I guess my question now is, does the tag have to be at the very beginning of the thing, or can I still do my normal tagging first? I guess is going to be the question. Or do we just use that as the tag for this ship? We could do that, and then we just tag everything with that and hope it doesn't mind, I guess. We could do a little test and see. I guess. Just might as well do my renaming while I'm here. Let's just call these hybrid thrusters. Just to make this a little bit easier. Alright, so the thrusters have to be tagged. This thing doesn't have a gyroscope, I don't think. That would be important, huh? Could probably put one right on the back there. Oh, a medical shuttle. We could go... If I could get my act together quickly, we could go get that. Let's see if we put one... Is this going to detach it if I take this off? No. Alright. Already got it on there. I probably shouldn't need more than one, I don't think. Victor. I like that. Alright. Oh yeah, and then we need like a top. Or a rear, a top rear-ish thruster. What if we took out this and put like a rotor right at that. Like a rotor right here. I'm going to turn off this... Oh, whoa. There we go. Turn off this center of mass thing. Alright. Then that should stick up high enough. We should be able to do... I think what we'll do is kind of mimic what's on each side. And go like... kind of like this. And then it'll basically be like one of these but double size. And it'll just whip around all the time. Sure, why not? Right? Let's see, if I do it like that, I won't be able to get the... I won't be able to have the... like half... whatever these things are called, the beams go all the way around, but that's okay. I don't think it has to. We'll figure it doesn't have to be a perfect replica. So, alright, where's those? Oh, let me weld these up first. They don't require anything. Okay. Then let's throw in 2 of those. Okay. Now, Vice Trio is not a terrible name. I'm watching. I was just kind of focused here and didn't respond. How did I... It was like this. Yeah, there we go. Then this guy and this, we're just going to do the exact same thing we did on the other ones. So, oh, look, it's already sparking. That's a good sign. Sparking is important. We might end up, where's the rotor displacement? We might end up taking this and moving it because I might put a layer of half armor across the top here. Or maybe not. We'll just have to play it by ear. Let's see. How do I care about how nice this looks? I don't think I do. Alright, then maybe we'll stick with our... oh, you know what we could do? Yeah, that's fine, whatever. This is a prototype. It's a prototype, which means it's what we're going to have forever. With minor modifications in the future. And honestly, it's probably going to blow up the first time I try to use it, so let's not get too attached to it. There we go. Is there something that has this half slope shape but goes down to a point? Like slopes that way? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Yeah, we'll do a blueprint. I have to disconnect it to do the blueprint. That's the fun part, because otherwise I'm either going to blueprint the entire base with it attached, or I'm going to blueprint just the center without the pods on the side. And now it's raining. Okay, so there's basically that. Let's do those thrusters as well. They're going to be called the same thing as this. There we go. Why are they orange though? Why couldn't you be like another in that sort of thing? Oh yeah, no, I was gonna do the neon lights on there too. Forgot. I need to get that rotor though. Let's thruster side. That should be all these, and then this one is going to be thruster top. Okay. Now I guess I won't need that event controller because the script will do it for me, which is good. Now I gotta... Oh, man. Okay, we're gonna have to move this ship. So I gotta go out the roof. And, it's a bit in the way, and I don't want to smash into it. Let me put on the very important neon lights. What do I need for those? Interior plate? I hate these things, they don't. There we go. Let's see now. Do I want to keep that? Like just the... Yeah, let's just do that. Actually, no. Let's do... Let's see if this will work or not. We could go... I just need a straight... There it is. That, and then we could, I think, put a little circle in the center. Yeah, like that. There we go. Yeah, that looks tacky. Alright, we'll do that. Alright. I'm already thirsty. I'm going to take a drink. You all know what to do. Please consider liking the stream if you're liking the stream, and consider subscribing if you have not already if you'd like to get notified when I go live. Alright. So, I guess it's maiden voyage time. We could... I guess I should probably set up a place for it to dock. Oh, we're drinking water. Oops. Is that not? There it is. Thought I'd set up a different one for that. Alright, we're going to move the platypus out of here. What's this thing called? Harry? Harry. Why did we go back down? Alright, why? What's happening? Are we losing power? Oh, there, that was weird. Oh, wait. Am I... my forward thrusters, meaning my braking thrusters aren't functioning. None of my thrusters are functioning. What the heck is going on? All thrusters are on. Dampeners are on. I can scoot backwards for some reason. Nope, don't do that. I can scoot. Yeah, there we go. Now they're good. Okay. What? Why did I just move down? You can't tell me that vector thrust script is somehow affecting this thing. Because there's still vector thrust nonsense attached to here. Oh, I guess your battery needs a different name. I'm not attached to the main base right now. I'm completely... I think my mouse is dying or something. I'm clicking on things from time to time, and nothing is happening. I would say, I think what happened with the batteries is that it took out my tag and added its own tag in the front. So, it shouldn't make a difference, but like... Oh no, it didn't. It only did it for the batteries. Okay, we're up. We're hovering. Okay, now as soon as so... Do I need to just, like, turn this grid off and turn it back on or something? Okay, so I'm up. I'm flying. Now I'm going to push D. I'm going to go to the side. Oh, it worked. It's working now. No, okay. I think the vector thrust script was somehow still affecting it. Super weird. Yep, and now we're dead again. Why? What's happening? Somebody make this make sense to me. Rotate. Pick yourself up. What is happening? Okay, we're fine. Move forward. Moving side to side. Now I've lost control and I'm dropping. Is there... What? And now I can't go up. Now I'm going up again. What is... I think the vector thrust script is somehow... because I feel like that's the cycle that the script goes to, like, auto-detect things. We don't have anything tagged with it, right? It might be like auto-detecting something. Okay, well, I just want you to land on this thing. If we could just please. Yeah, this does feel like a there it goes again. Doofenshmirtz got me. Okay. Alright, listen. I gotta wait for control to come back. Hold on. Don't have control of the thrusters yet. Okay, there we go. Okay. I cannot go forward, though. I don't have control of forward thrust. And we're shooting at something. You know, we could just park it here. Oh, wait. Now something's broken back here. Is the problem that I broke a bunch of stuff? The problem could be that I broke a bunch of stuff. I feel like maybe I have more than one problem. Yeah, let's just go over here. Yeah, I think there was the one problem, and then it was followed by the problem of me smacking the back of the ship on stuff and breaking everything. Alright, something else is still smoking back here. Access panel. Oh, we almost blew up. How did we almost blow up the entire back of the ship? This seems unlikely, yeah? That we we damaged, like, the whole back of the ship here. What else? Oh, build capacity reached. I should be paying attention. Alright. Well, let's get it all fixed up. Yeah. I thought I'd checked all of the, I thought I checked everything that had the VT on it. That's on me for, running a thing and forgetting that the entire ship is a subgrid, basically. Alright, I think that's everything here. There's a good chance that if I can unlabel the ship, unlabel the Titan from everything, that it will just, next time I close the world and open it again, will be good. Alright, anything broken in the front? These things seem like they weren't working for a bit. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, up works. Or no, that was forward. Up works. Okay. Just, no. That one. That's lock. Okay. You just stay there. We could even turn the antenna off. I don't care. Okay. Good. Okay. Whew. Okay. Let's, yeah, we should. Let me disconnect this. I guess. And then see. Oh, let's also weld these up, because, you know, that's going to be a problem. Alright, I don't want this thing to land, like, right on the ground, because then the thrusters are going to be a problem. So we're going to have it land on, like, a half block here. Potentially 2 halves block. Can't do anything there. Okay. There we go. Just so it doesn't smash them. That way it'll have a little bit of room for these things to float. Okay. Okay, now that that's disconnected, let's see what sorts of VT things are in the VT. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now what? Okay, these are all tater tots. Okay. Oh, they're tater tot docks. I don't have a button for remove suffix, so this is just gonna take me a minute. Or prefix, rather, not suffix. Yeah, I foresee this being a bit of a unintended disaster. Now, I wonder if I had had it just plugged in on a connector, if this would have still happened. All of the tutorials and everything show them like building just off of a landing gear, which is probably why it never occurred to them that like, oh yeah, just run this thing and screw up your entire base, kind of a deal. What's up, Devil Knight? Welcome. We're just fixing all of our issues. Well, one of our issues, which is that a script put a prefix on most of my connectors, batteries, rotors, hinges, etc. And we didn't want it to. Okay. That should be everything. So, in theory, so I'm going to go... So, what you doing on your own flying around here? Why are you doing this? Alright, I guess we're going for a test drive. There we go. Dampener's on. Park is off. Wait. Or dampener's off now. So that's just how this is going to be. We're just going to float. Now dampeners are definitely off. Right. Okay, but like... I need to just get out of the base before this becomes a problem. There we go. Okay, so park is not on. So if I turn on dampeners, or if I turn off dampeners, we should now be just kind of free floating, right? Yeah. Then I turn them back on. Right? I feel like now they're not on. Now they are on. Okay. So apparently, okay, so red means on. It's the opposite of at the bottom of the screen. Red means on. Okay. So let's take a gander over here. So now if I push the, there we go. So if I push the gear button, now we're in full gear and we're cruising. Well, there's also a cruise button. Cruise does what? No idea. Alright, so if I go to high gear, now we're just going to be moving. Alright, who wants to go? How much battery do we have? 37 minutes? Who wants to go to one of these? Which one did I decide was the good one that we might want to go to? It was the First Class Merchants. Okay. Well, let me make a spot for this guy to park. We could stop anytime now. I think what I wanted to do was also put some regular thrusters on here. Some static thrusters so that even when these things are flipping around and everything, there's still some basic thrust in each direction, at least for whatever. At least for whatever. Let's, just wanted to see how that would go. Even though I have not yet blueprinted this thing. Yeah. Alright, so I'm wasting time here, and we're also floating. Let's put... Hang on, I can't see which way I'm going. There we go. I should put some lights on it, because we might need that, since it's 4 p.m. Yeah, that's great. Can I... Alright, dampener's off for a second here. We're just gonna float to the ground. Scrape on the ground. Okay, fine. What do you mean, what's going on with audio? Why is this thing moving again? Dampeners are on. You can barely hear me? Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? I'm gonna find this thing somewhere in some random spot, aren't I? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Okay, I need this thing to just kind of like hang out somewhere for a bit. Let's see. Oh man, I can't put a... I could put one on the front of that. I just want to see what happens when, let's blueprint it. Okay. We'll find it somewhere later. We're gonna put a conveyor T here. Oh, come on. Yep. We'll just go and find it later, wherever it ends up. So grab you, and then I also need one of these. Okay. Let's see if we can manage to connect ourselves. What is going to happen when we connect ourselves? If we can connect ourselves. Okay. So that part worked at least. Parked. Okay, good. So that worked fine. And now the batteries are set to recharge. And then it, like, reset the position of everything. So that's good. We can do that. I mean, the game is producing a little bit of static right now. Because of the rain and stuff. I don't see anything wrong on my end. My levels are pretty high. And the, possible that the game is kind of quiet. Let me turn some stuff up for you. Yeah, I don't. Let me check the thing here. Yeah, that looks okay. Sorry, I should. I don't know. Okay. Let me get something that looks like a spotlight on here somewhere. Construction components. I can tell this is going to be a rough one, trying to fly this thing to the place. And I can also tell you, I think we're going to end up scrapping the vector thrust. but we're only going to scrap it after at least one disastrous trip. So we're definitely going to fly it to a station. We're going to try to connect to the station. We're going to try to see if they have vegetable seeds. And that'll be that. So. Alright. We're doing this at night. Here we go. Let's look from the outside. Let's take a quick drink of water first. Like and subscribe. If it... Oh no, I knocked over my little guy. My cute little guy that you can get the files for. It's linked in the dev diary today. 3D print your own little guy. I don't know why I'm like hawking this so much. You know, it's not like I get paid for it, but you know, little guy. You could 3D print it if you have a 3D printer. Okay, here we go. Disconnected. We're able to move. We are drifting for some reason. Is it possible that it's like miscalculating something? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go to this beacon. We're going to go to high gear and go to this beacon. To match the purple light under the pick, you should color those neons. Oh, the little laser under my... right there. Suggest keeping V thrust for... but using fixed thrust for lateral. You know, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a really good idea. I want to know what this thing is. And I believe the script does support that. Oh, please don't hit the ground. Oh, that's just a piece of one of my tater tots. Okay. Now if I hit cruise... Okay, so I think cruise mode basically is just like full on forward, whereas like non-cruise mode... No, actually I have no idea. Oh, you know what? I think what cruise mode was, if I recall, is something like it'll maintain the speed you're at. That doesn't even seem to be true either, so... But yeah, this is me on cruise mode. Yeah, when I turn off cruise mode, we're slowing down. So yeah, I guess it is just maintain the direction you're going. But that's actually pretty cool. I think, yeah, it's like cruise control. It's like a little thing looking around on top. Yeah, I think you're right. Who was that? Game Dork. I think we'll do lateral thrust with just static bits. Alright, how quickly can I slow down? I can slow down pretty quickly here. Not that we need to, because we won't take damage in there, but I'd rather try to dock normal. One nice thing, though, about the one on the top is that we get a nice little bit of additional braking thrust. Alright, let's see if we can... Maybe I should have put a camera on the back of this thing. Let's see. Nope, too high. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Nope, up. Up. You're not going to do it automatic, huh? Why can't I dock to you? I wish to dock to you for trading purposes. There we go. There we go. Okay, that took A little extra effort for some reason. But we got there. Alright, let's go see. So, this is the first time, let me just take a moment to recognize. This is the first time we've left the planet since the beginning of the series when we arrived on the planet. So, very cool. We've gone to space again, such as it were. And hopefully... Oh. You know what I didn't bring? Is those credits that I found. That would have been smart too. But I think I've got some in the bank. So, what have we got? You know, there's got to be like a store in here somewhere, right? Here we go. What's my... Alright, 10,000, the starting 10,000. Fruit. It was vegetable is what I needed, right? Is that the only one they don't have? Mammal meat. Fruit seeds. It was vegetable seeds was what I needed, right? I'm gonna grab a fruit seed. Just because I don't have a fruit seed, but... Are you serious? We have mushroom spores. It would be down at the very bottom. Vegetable seeds. There we go. Okay. Let's actually buy... Hold on. They're not that expensive. And... Oh, you only have two. Yeah, just give me all of them. That should be good. I think we have enough fruit seeds, but let's just buy all of them. Okay, good. Now we could actually start doing some real farming, as they say. Let's see. I don't need zone chips. This was perfect. Okay. Any contracts we should grab? Oh, you'll give me 39,000 for some iron ingots. Boy, if only I had 4 million iron ingots back at the base. Maybe we'll do that. What's this one? Construction come out? The only thing is I don't know if I can carry... Oh, I could totally carry that many. That's a lot of money for just a bunch of construction components. Actually, can I carry that much? 1,656. What is the capacity of one of... Oh, I can't build in here. Alright, back out to the ship to see. Oh, you know what? No, wait. I should be able to see in here what the capacity of one of these is. No, I can't. Okay, we're gonna go back to the... I'm lost. How do I get out of here? Nope. Alright. Let's see what the capacity of our ship is. 20,000. So we'll definitely be able to come back with... Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think we're going to take a couple of contracts while we're here. Nope, let me in. Let me in. Okay. They should, in the new economy update, they should change these to be actual airlocks instead of just timer doors. Alright, where was that thing? It was over here. Alright, let's look for some contracts here. Alright, so let's take this acquisition contract. And let's take this one, because that's a huge amount of money. You never know. We might... we could just go buy a ship after this. So, 828. And then, how do I see accepted contracts? What's the... I so rarely do this. There's a button to see the accepted contracts when you're not here. Parachutes. Let's take that as well. Sure. Why not? We got so much stuff. 49 hydrogen bottles? I think we might be getting close to our limit on, that would be a lot of money, though. 12 million. I don't think I have that much platinum. We could probably bring 50 power cells. That's not a lot. Let's see. Do we want to... What's the total? That's 29. That's like nothing. 1.6... 1 point. So these two together are like 2,000. That's another 2,000. Yeah, we can totally take this. All right. Cool. We've got a bunch of contracts. And we're going to go see if we can go and fulfill those here. And if our ship can get back up here with a cargo full of stuff. So where's our light landing there? All right. Now, someone remind me what the button is to look up your existing contracts, to bring up the contracts menu. It's not one of these, is it? Current GPS info? I don't think it's one of these. There's a button that shows you your active contracts, and I forgot what it is. Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm afraid we're going to smack into the ground here if I don't do this right. This cruise mode is pretty good, though. I like it. I think we're over this ridge, though, so I don't want to hit the ground here. There's a piece of debris from a battle. Oh no, that's a rock. Never mind. How's my audio now? Are we still having trouble? I guess if you can't hear me, then the answer is yes. What is that? Why is there a red thing there? Please don't tell me that there's a... like we got attacked. It's probably, actually... no, that's probably a piece of a drone that, landed near us at some point. Yeah. Alright, hang on. The hull's looking good. So it's possible that the drifting, I was just thinking about this. It's possible that the drifting might have been because of it using weird calculations from having tagged a bunch of irrelevant blocks, you know? Now we're just... come on. Gonna break everything. Gotta get a camera. Here. Yeah, we're gonna need... I think we're gonna put a little static thrust on the sides. Just, right now. Because this is somewhat painful. Okay. Alright. The first thing we're gonna do, Fallout, is get a color that is kind of like the purple, like the Duke Skyloafer purple. And let's make all of this purple. There we go. That looks good. That nice emissive lighting on there. And we could probably also make that purple, but I won't just yet. Let's put a little bit of side thrust on. I don't want to put like a whole set of these on the sides. Or do I? Maybe I do. Yeah, why not? Okay. That was a quick change of mind, huh? Let's get the parts for 2 of them. Think so. Yes. Oh. And then we'll have to plant. We'll have to plant some things too. Before we go. Let's see. Should we do them vertically like this? Do them vertically like this, right up here. Prototyping. There we go. And we'll keep that up there for now. It'll just be a little bit, but this will also help. Alright, we're going to have to load stuff into here and also figure out how to get the goat to not take it out. That's going to be an interesting bit. Let's see. Yeah, put that into the connector. I think goat will take that. Or will it? I don't even know. Cargo. Alright. Hold on, I don't remember. Space engineers, open, contracts, screen. Alright. It is semicolon. I would not have remembered that. Okay. So, I assume that works in here too. So we need 233 iron ingots. So let's do this. We definitely have enough. And let's find our BT cargo. No, it's not called BT cargo. It's just going to be called cargo. That's going to be one of these. Alright. 233. And let's hope that the goat script doesn't take it back. Then, unfortunately, I have to exit out of there. And then we need 828 of that. Yes. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to look up how to get the goat to ignore stuff. I'm just going to turn it off for a minute. Alright, so we need... What was it? It was 233 of that, right? Iron. Put that back in, and then just give me 233. I figured it was probably hidden or lock or something just like it was in Izzy, but I don't remember. I'm not going to mess with it now. This will be easy enough, and we'll just turn it back on later. Then we needed construction components, and we needed 828. So I think we only keep 500 in stock, which is... so we're going to need a little bit more. Let's see, parachute, or actually that's canvas, isn't it? Canvas, we don't have any. Alright, how much canvas did we need? 39. That won't be too bad. Can we not make... That's going to be under ammo? Or... Oh, there it is. I'm going to make extra so that goat can pick it up later. Alright. Then we should have that many interior plates. 49 hydrogen bottles. I don't think we're going to have 49 hydrogen bottles. So I think that was it. Alright, so 828 construction components. Let's see. 1,000, so we're going to split off 100. We have 900, and then we're going to split off 70. This is me doing Common Core math. Then we're going to split off 2. So now we have 828. Okay. And where did our iron go? It sucked it out of there to pull it into the assembler to make my stuff. Okay, maybe we'll do the iron last. You needed 39. And then we need almost all the bottles. And then I've already forgotten how many interior plate we need, but we'll check it in a minute. Alright, it was 49 bottles, right? Do I have credits? 30,000 space credits. We're going to take those up and deposit them. Alright, 828, 39, 49. 828, 39, 49. Okay, so 446 interior plate and 233 iron ingot. That shouldn't be too bad. 440. Oh, jeez. Interior plate. Let's just search for canvas because it'll show up there. All right, 448. Is that what it was? Look at that. 448, and then let's find my iron and grab another 233, which we cannot fit in there. Medium cargo. 233. Alright, let's see if maybe we could balance out the 2 cargo containers. Actually, we should put... Can I see where the center of mass is? Yeah, it's right on me right now. So that's good. So we filled up the front cargo more. So we keep the same center of mass. Alright. I think we are pretty much good to go here. I say we turn off the center of mass. And we just head back right now and sell all that stuff. Let me make sure I didn't... We got 233 iron, 828 construction, 39 parachute, 446. Did I bring 448? I think I did. That's okay. 446 and 49. Yeah, 448. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have 2 extra. 828, 39, 233. Okay. Let's disconnect. And... Okay, good. The side ones are going. Good. Where's my... It's over there. Going on cruise mode. Top gear. Off we go. I feel like cruise mode would work differently on a planet with less gravity, or more gravity. Because we're basically able to just point ourselves upwards and kind of cruise in that direction. Oh, there we go. I can turn my side dampeners off, but let's not. I like this. This is good. Alright, let's point at roughly at that thing and keep going. Alright. So, hey you guys. Space Engineers 2 is going to have a big update next week. Everybody excited for that? I've seen a lot of hype videos come out from people we know. People who might even be lurking in the chat. I'm personally pretty excited, and I will definitely be spending some time going back into SE2 for a bit. Especially since the world that I had started and abandoned is probably going to need to get tossed out But I'm actually thinking of maybe doing some just creative mode builds in SE2 with the with testing out the rotors and stuff. That way I don't have to redo all the contracts in order to do some like survival and unlock a bunch of stuff. Just do some creative mode stuff. But nice, Game Dork. Yeah, Rev, I assume you're going to be playing it on stream.
Meteors inbound.
We better get in that shield before the meteors hit us. Alright. Oh, don't hit the... There we go. Yeah, I think there's going to be some good quality of life stuff. I'm excited for the weapons, although I'm not sure what we're going to do with them, since we don't have NPCs yet and we don't have multiplayer. But we can start designing ships that have weapons so that when the next vertical slice comes out, we will have... we will be able to shoot NPCs. And then, won't be too long after that, we'll be getting a SE1 update as well. So, looking forward to all that. The Eterna Goose. The Eterna Goose Station. Yep. Alright, let's see if I can turn in all these contracts. Nope, this one. Alright. Finish from the small grid inventory. Very good. Finish from the small grid inventory. I wonder if they're going to make this a little bit smoother or not. Very good. Very good. And very good. Alright, and now if I deposit my... I didn't bring my stuff, did I? No, it's still in the ship. 1.3 million. So we just made... I mean, really, when you look at it, when you average it out, we just made 1.3 million. So let me go get my 30,000. I want to make sure I deposit that. There we go. Okay. Alright. I don't want to... I don't even know. Just deposit all my money. You have entered a wrong amount. Now I have about 149 left. And now I have about 0 left. So, there we go. Now I have none left. And I have 1,338,750 Star Citizens, or whatever these are. Space credits? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, actually, hold on. We have a lot of money now. Is there anything here that I need, like platinum? Oh, we got more vegetable seeds. Well, heck, I'll just buy all your vegetable seeds again. No platinum anymore, though, huh? I don't need more fruit seeds, I don't think. Here we go. I don't want to sell you my platinum. I want to buy your platinum. And you are out now. Somebody came and bought all the platinum. Oh, no, wait, that wasn't in the store. That was a contract. Never you mind. Yep. Alright. Back we go to do some farming. I missed. Alright, here we go. I can't see. There we go. Cruise mode. Off we go. I'm going to aim a little high. Because it seemed like we... Because I'm pretty sure we were actually over the... Yeah, we're over the horizon. So I need to kind of aim at the horizon. Basically. And then try not to hit the ground. In fact, I'm going to push us upwards a little bit. A little upwards trajectory. So, I would say this thing, whatever we're calling it, if we're calling it anything, was a pretty decent success. That other station, though, that ENTC beacon, that's on the other side of the moon. So, maybe we will take a trip over there at some point later. But I like this thing. I think this is... It's decent enough. The vector thrust is still a little annoying to fly. It's still a little bit... I'm not sure that this is really saving me from having to do a bunch of, like, additional thrusters and stuff. We probably could get by with just making a kind of like a larger craft that has a lot more batteries and then fixed thrust in each direction. But it was an excellent experiment, and I would say definitely a success. So we'll decide whether or not we're keeping it or not at some other random time. But for now, we are definitely keeping it for now. We'll decide later if we're keeping it for longer. And then at that point, we'll decide, are we going to, like, you know, actually finish it up, or what are we going to do? You know, just kind of leave it as a very lean kind of a ship, or what's the deal? What are we going to do? Now, the nice thing is that I could take the gear down. I think when it's braking, it still brakes at full speed, but if I take the gear down, we go in... We accelerate slower. So we come to a little... I did take the gear. Yeah, gear's all the way down. So we can kind of come in a little bit. Get a little bit more... I should also go get rid of that little leftover bit right there. So we have a little bit more control when we're in a lower gear. So I got to remember that. There's also a weird thing that happens where it, well, it's not weird, it's kind of expected, but like, when it's angling, when you tell it to go backwards just a little bit, it puts the thrusters at an angle, which means that the ship also goes up a little while it's going backwards. Oh, wrong way. I do like having that, yeah, this will, if I angle this way, I'll be able to actually talk and fly at the same time. Nope, no I won't. Having that thing on the top there makes it look like it has like a little eye that's like looking around at the direction that we're going. So it gives me like a little indicator as to which way is the direction that we're going. Did we leave anything in here? I don't think so. Oh, I know. I love purple as an accent and as a... I think it's awesome. That's why it's one of the Duke Skyloafer official colors. Yeah, I think we do need to put that camera in. So. Alright, let's close our doors so we don't let the space bugs in. And then we need to eat some food. And we need to plant some food. And we need to turn the goat back on. Let him start doing his thing again. Let's head over to the farm. There we go, that was weird. Oh, that's not weird. I changed the settings on the airlock, so these two don't count as an airlock anymore. Do I need to... I might want to fix that, actually. You still count as an airlock. Yeah, you guys don't count as an airlock anymore because you're too far away. That's okay. I can manually do it. Yeah, so let's get some food. Let's see, we're going to plant those. Alright, so, yeah, we had plenty of fruit seeds. Now we're going to be planting vegetable seeds. Or actually, wait, no, did we have? I don't see any cooked, any grown fruit. So let's grab the fruit as well. We'll just plant a bunch. How many do I have? 5 on each side? Yeah. Alright, here. Let's put 2 back. And put 3 back, and then we'll just do... Yeah, there we go. So I actually needed both. I'm glad I grabbed both because I needed them. Alright, so we'll do apples or whatever fruit on this side. What button? That one. There we go. Then we will jump over to our... Oh, did I grab the wrong... Math, man. I tell you. Now what happened? There you go. That was my bad. Okay, that goes back there. Vegetable, give me 1 vegetable. Okay. Plant our vegetables on this side. There we go. Alright, so... did I accidentally plant a vegetable on this side? I did. Oh, that's why the math didn't work out. Okay, well, never mind. That's fine. That is fine. We will do what we need to do. And those are going to grow for a bit. I need some food to eat. So what am I going to eat? I've got... let's see. I've got a lasagna. Let's eat a lasagna. That's actually just about the right amount of fill for me. Alright, should we head out to that unknown signal next, maybe? Might be a good idea. Oh, for a second I thought that had spawned in space. Every so often they spawn in space and then they don't come down. Another thing we should do, and we could do this while it's nighttime, doesn't matter. Actually, we probably should do it while it's nighttime, now that I think about it, is build a solar tower way down on this side. And we should do that at night because the sun won't bother me while I'm building. So let's do that. Let's... Oh, and actually there was more stuff we needed to do along the sides here too. I had more supports to build. But we do definitely need a solar tower, and I think I'm going to do it right along here. Because the sun goes up over this way and down next to the planet there. And then if I do it right here, that'll be kind of like the... You know, we've already got like a big chunk of stuff that's going to be blocked, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. We should clear out some of these toolbars. Get out of here. Alright, I need the rounded things. I need columns. There we go. I am going to need a group of solar panels. I'm going to need rotor. Should I do this with a double rotor? Or should I just do rotor hinge? Let's see. Is it going to be... Yeah, I think it'll be fine if we just do rotor hinge. Because it doesn't really need to point downwards. It could just end up pointing. Yeah, okay. It's not like at the space base in Designated Survivors where it kind of needed to point in almost any direction, so... Alright, then what else do I need? I'm probably going to need a... Nope, that's a bridge helm. I need a turret controller. I'll have to find a place to put that, and I'm also going to need a camera. Okay. And we're going to need interior plate first. And then it looks like a bunch of steel plate. We'll put some lights on it too. Maybe we'll put purple lights on it. Maybe we'll make it purple. Alright. Interior plates. We'll keep those. Keep a bunch of those. Do I have a easily accessible cargo hatch out here anywhere? I do. It is in... Oh, there's weather coming. That little flash means there's weather. Okay. Yeah, I can use the front of the turret for this. Alright, so we're going to go like that. Wait. Nope, we're not. We're going to go... Where did I put all the... There it is. These guys. And I think we're going to just do... Maybe this would look better, like right here. No, nothing looks good. No, nowhere looks good. We'll just do there. And then we'll do columns for the rest. Then we're just going to have to go up high enough that nothing's going to hit anything. So let's see, then we go 1, 2, and then our 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll be good. Okay. So, we could also at some point do a oxygen farm tower, even though we have a bunch of ice. Might be good to get some, just some renewable. I don't want to make it all the same tower though. Alright, let me weld some of this up. Look at this guy just floating right there. I don't like it, so I'm going to weld that up too. Alright. That looks good there to start. Then I think I'm just going to do my usual design, which is do that, and then surround it with these. And then from there go 3 of these. I like that when it's raining, it's actually lighter outside than when it's just dark, when it's just nighttime. It's somewhat realistic because there's more particles of stuff in the atmosphere to reflect the very little light that's out there. So it does make things look a little bit brighter. Alright. I guess... Oh, let's make sure you're not going to smack into anything. Okay. Just taking that back with you, that's fine. Let's see, the top... Let's make the top point toward the... Can I not rotate you? There we go. We'll make the top point toward where the sun is going to rise. I need to get that later. And then our solar panels, which we'll just go ahead and make this bright-ish purple color. Yep, who just spawned in over there? Oh, that's not a good sign. Not a good thing. Sending out drones already, huh? Well. And you're coming from that direction? I might not have enough defense out in this direction for that. You know what? We're just going to deal with it. Let's see when they come in. The reason I say, because we've only got 2 turrets out this way, but usually when it launches drones, they just kind of smash into the ground. So that we might get, if they get close enough, we'll get a little cover from the rest of the base. I should probably buff up the defenses out in this direction, though. You did, yeah, it says sending out drones. Let me guess, he sent out the drones and they just immediately fell to the ground? I should really get... I should be carrying binoculars. I am doubtful that this guy actually sent out drones. I hate when they do this to me. Now he's already... He's gonna be moving away pretty soon. They make me stand here and wait. And then they just drop some drones on the ground. Alright.
Energy low.
Oh, great. Now the energy's low. We're getting into a potential combat situation and energy's low. Yeah, Fuse, I don't think anything's gonna happen. The every other time one of these guys has come by and launched drones, they couldn't hold themselves up because they had ions. And so they became like torpedoes. Essentially, they came flying at us, but then they couldn't maneuver. And so they ended up just smashing into the ground. That's why there's like a enemy signal on the side of the hill there. So we'll see. It's still kind of dangerous. I don't know why I flew all the way in here. It's still kind of dangerous because if they launch drones, they could still hit something. Of course, now I got this big solar tower in the way. So, you know, that's nice. Cool. No, it's fine. We could make the solar tower even bigger, too, if we put triangle ones on the ends. Might be a good idea. Then we're going to be pretty much set for power, like, forever. Probably. Get some lights going on this thing. Where am I going to put the... Oh. Let me get a bunch of these welded up just in case that guy does come in if he happens to hit this tower. Then all my stuff is going to fall down. Yeah. This is like, I think maybe three times or so one of these things has spawned and actually gotten close enough to spawn drones. And every single time they came somewhat close, but all just crashed into the ground. So. Which is why I'm not terribly worried about it. I'm just mainly worried about the trajectory they take on the way in. Because it's because of the atmosphere, or the low gravity in here, rather. the space pirates can spawn pretty low to the ground. Like, they're technically in space, but they're, you know, so. Like, he's technically in space, but because the atmosphere is so thin and gravity is so light, he's making his way around, and he can get close enough to me to detect me, and then he's going to launch ion drones, and they're going to fly toward me like missiles and end up smashing into the ground probably somewhere nearby, is if he actually launches them. So, like and subscribe. Exactly. They start the trip, they point themselves at the base, they take off, and then gravity slowly pulls them down and they end up crashing, like, near the perimeter of the base. Although I think one of them, at one point, crashed, like, right in front of the Titan, which was a bit scary. I don't think it gave him any damage, though. Might be worthwhile getting a, maybe making, like, a small grid custom, I'm so tired, I'm blanking on the thing. Railgun turret. Just for, not to shoot the little things, because the little things that come in are no big deal, but, like, if, for some reason, like, if that guy had spawned and was coming straight over to where the carrier might come in our direction, I would be nervous about a large ship falling out of the sky on us. That could be rough. But if it's a, you know, if we could potentially shoot him down before he gets here, like, do enough damage that he falls out of the sky over there, that would be better. So, let's get, let's get some binoculars. Sorry, I just drank water and burped right in the microphone. Why am I walking all the way down here? Do I have the binoculars? I do have the binoculars. Let's see. Let's put them just over here for now. Oh, that's weird. Is the binocular mod broken? Yeah, weapon is out of ammo. I'm aware. I can't actually zoom in, and once I activate them, I'm stuck. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to look at them with binoculars. Binoculars, okay. Let's put them back. This guy's going to get pretty close before he despawns, but he is almost certainly going to despawn before he does anything. So, he's got to be starting his trip away at this point. He's going to start getting further away soon, I hope. Well, he's been out there a long time. He's going to despawn. We need to find a place to put a turret controller. Maybe under the stairs would be a good place. You know, back here, where I've got this light, we could put, maybe we can get rid of the light and put a turret controller right there. I don't think I can fit one here because the windows are here. Unless I turn that window inside out, or get rid of the window because the turret controller will be there. He's getting pretty big looking. Yeah, I mean, I've seen, uh-oh. Was that, I'm assuming that was a, spider. Yeah, it was a spider. Scared me for a second there. Yeah, no, I've had to salvage them, and they come in like groups of 3 or so, 2 or 3. And one time we had a carrier so close that it actually launched twice. Launched 2 waves before it got out of here. I'm surprised he's not talking to me more. But yeah, I'd be nervous about fighting those guys in space. Alright, perhaps not that color. I don't know why everything in my... That should be airtight like that, right? Yeah, he's getting pretty close, and the miner's about to fly back out there soon. That might tip him off a little. I might want to tell the miner to to sit tight until he despawns. Let's see, can I do that from here? I don't think I can. Don't want to control the base. Sorry. Hang on. Let's see. No, actually I don't think I can do that. Let me go. I have to go sit in a seat to do that. Alright, this is the seat. So he is... batteries are charging. I could just tell him to stop for now. His batteries will keep charging, and then he'll just sit there and wait for me to tell him to start again. Because he's going to fly out in that direction, and that might trigger some drones, and I wouldn't want them to come flying at the miner. So... Alright, let's program that thing. This thing. Wait, he moving away yet? He's moving away now, so I think we're good. Alright, this is going to be the... Oh boy. Solar controller. Really now? There we go. I need to go name the... things because I don't remember what the hinges are called and stuff. Let's go out this way. Alright, and then this is solar camera. Alright, so... let's rename some things, if I could figure out how to make that work. There we go. Solar rotor, all of you are going to be just... Wow, I really can't hit that button today, can I? Get out of there. Okay. So you are going to have your azimuth be the solar hinge. No, that would be the rotor. IP solar rotor. And then the elevation is going to be the IP solar hinge. Then the camera is going to be the... Nope, close. Solar camera. And I think I want this hinge to share inertia tensor, but not the rotor. That should be fine. And then we just tell you always aim at the sun. Oh, the drones are here. Guess I should have been paying attention. Oh, they're going to come in from a weird angle here. One of them's already crashed. Way out there. One of them's going to get fairly close before it crashes. And it crashed. He's still moving about. See, these things are nice because I get platinum from the thrusters. So he seems to be potentially dead, although if I go over there, he might be able to spin around and shoot me. That's something we could do when the sun comes out. We can go over and get those guys. Maybe their batteries will die eventually, and I won't have to do much. But they're over the horizon, I think. No, he's not. He's not over the horizon. He might be. I don't think he is. So yeah, so that's kind of what happens when this thing spawns drones. Weird that he came by, got closer, and that maybe it was because maybe he detected, I don't know how these things work. Did he detect the movement of the rotor or something? I don't think so. It's weird that he only sent the drones after he was already leaving. Yeah, he didn't even send them at the closest point. Oh, he might send another wave of drones. Sometimes they do that. Yeah, I thought he was... I think he did that once a while back. I thought he was going to leave, and then he just sent another wave of drones to crash. Did I not tell you to stay put? Well, okay. You do what you're gonna do, I guess. I'm not the boss of you. As long as you don't get shot over there. Seems like you're not gonna get shot, so I don't care. Let me just do one last thing here. Those red things on the screen are gonna bother me for a while. But... Solar, all of your stuff can just... not be visible to me. Alright, so we could go... I'm going to wait for that carrier to despawn, and then I might walk over to that closer one and just see what the situation is with him. See if we could... I don't know if I'll be able to see him with my lights or what, but... odds are if I flew a ship over there, we'd be able to... Like, he wouldn't be... He's probably not in a position where he can shoot up at us. Oh, there we go. His daddy is gone. He's probably not at a position where he could shoot up at us. But I don't know that I'm at a position where my lights would be... Well, let's just fly over there and see. If I go... If I stay above... Okay, so he's facing that direction. Is he able to spin? Does not seem able to spin. Okay. Oh, you scared me for... Thought you were gonna blow up. Let's see. You don't have the... You don't have a turret on you, right? Yes, you do. Okay. Not a turret, but a, Yes, I know. There you go. I want your ammo for later, though. Alright, you can stop, because I don't want to accidentally get hit by you. Let's see. Nothing in there. You just got some ammo. Well, in that case, all I care about from you is your thrusters. Oh, yeah, there you go. You can stop. What is beeping? Just take this. Where's your battery? Oh, did I just disconnect? Oh, you still have your gyro, huh? Or was that just you settling? I think that was you settling. Your gyro's over here. Take your parts for that. Oh, that's not a gyro. That was, yeah, that was your, reactor. Okay. Alright. Where... What is that? There's your AI defense block. Just take all these bits. Warfare ion thruster, that's what we're talking about. Broadcast controller we can get rid of. Let's get you out of here so that I can... See, there should be one more... There's your remote control, just in case. But there should be one more thruster, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. What's that? Event controller. Okay, let's take these parts back. Then I'm going to go get the other one. Where's base? There we go. This is good. This is how I get a ton of thruster components. They never see me coming. What did we get, by the way? Hold on. Let's see what we got. Some uranium, some reactor components, 4 thruster components, and then a bunch of other random stuff. So, you can all take all of that. Let me just go and recharge myself briefly here. Make sure I'm at the top of my game. We'll go grab this other one and see what he's up to. Hopefully he can't shoot me either. He doesn't seem to have a light on. Or does he? Oh, he's still got... He's facing that direction. Okay. Error. Encountered interference. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Let's take out your reactor. Then I think you're good. I don't think you're going to bother anybody. So you're a bigger one, huh? Or no, you're about the same. Same deal. I don't really want all of your stuff. I just want your... Standing right in front of that gun makes me a little nervous. There we go. I think eventually I'm going to have such a bad reputation with these guys that we will have bigger problems, but I should probably beef up the defenses no matter what. I think that's it. I don't think I care about any of the rest of your blocks, unless this is a... Is this a warfare? That's the event controller. Heavy armor. There it is. I knew there was another one in there. Okay. Yep. That should do it. Alright. Well, thanks for coming by and bringing me your stuff. Yeah, possibly, Game Dork. I think a large grid triple railgun turret sounds appropriate enough. I mean, it would help if they send a large grid ship to, like, directly attack the base or something like that. Then we would at least get one, like, alpha strike on it before it got here. But I think we do. So right now our defenses are... The Titan has quite a lot of defense, and it also has this large cannon on the top, which can take out... I mean, you know, it's got a good angle, despite the big engines on the side. It has a good angle for anything coming in from most directions, except for this direction, because there's a big base in the way. And then, of course, the next problem is that the Titan is way over here, and we've expanded the base very far in that direction. So perhaps next episode, it might be a good idea to go through and really beef up the defenses. Maybe add another set of these, and then think about, let's see, maybe up here I could figure out some way to get like another large turret going. What is this? That's a light. I don't know that there's going to be an easy way, unless I did like a pipe straight up from the ground. I don't think there's going to be an easy way to get piping up there, but that'll be a problem for another day. Let me see how the plants are still growing. Oh, those are done. Okay. Okay. Let's put all those components back. And what are we getting? Vegetables. And there should be one done over here. Good. So how many do we have now? I'm going to replant the vegetables on this side. Oops. That's not how you plant. I have to go and make some vegetable seeds. Actually, does the goat... Is the goat keeping vegetable seeds in stock? No, it wouldn't be yet. Is it keeping any seeds in stock? I don't remember what I've got it set up for, so... Don't think I'm doing that here. So just get me 5. Let's see, I already had 3s. Or 2, so just give me 3 from there. Five. Alright. Then that's going to be a... then this one will be fruit, which we'll plant after these are done. These are going to be done very, very shortly. And then we'll get our fruit seeds planted again over here. How many fruit seeds do we have hanging out? We got 3, so that's already pretty good. So close, come on. You can do it. There they are. That was a good yield. I had 3, right? Yeah. And there we go. That's good. Those are growing. Those are going to be done pretty soon. These grow pretty fast. How much ice do we have left in the base? Quite a lot. Okay, good. Irrigation systems are full. We have plenty more. Good. Okay. I think we're in pretty good shape over here, folks. We're going to be able to make some actual... I think at this point we have all of the food. Except for coffee. I don't think we have any coffee. But that means we should now be able to make pretty much any meal pack we like that doesn't need mammal meat. I happen to like the taste of the seared sabroid. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a couple of those from what we've got here. And then I'll just have those ready to go for later. Seared sabroid is pretty good. So, let's see. I think we're going to probably stop. Excuse me. Going to stop here for the day. And maybe recap what we've done a little bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything left that I wanted to get done. I guess I don't need to tell you to continue, because you are... yeah, go ahead, continue. Yeah, okay. It's almost 80% done with the hole, which is awesome. I think we are probably 2 streams away from being able to start on the... whoop. Okay. I was going to put lights on that thing. I'll do that real quick. But yeah, we're about 2 streams away from being... Oh, maybe I should put troffer lights in this thing from now on instead of the, like a cross of them. Anyway, that's not what I want. I want this thing. We're probably about 2 streams away from the miner being done and us being able to convert it over into a welding ship. And then starting to work on the hangar for the Titan. And even better news regarding the Titan. Now that we were able to get seeds from that... is there weather coming in again? No, okay. Now that we were able to get seeds from the store, from the seed store, We don't have a reason to go. I was going to take the Titan and go to Earth and just pick seeds, pick pick flowers. I don't have a reason to do that anymore. So we can stay here, and we can continue building and doing whatever we want. I was kind of hoping that a new enemy base would spawn, but I am actually wondering, because the pirate stronghold over there is still there. It never got cleaned up. So I'm actually wondering if that being there, even though I own it, I'm wondering if that's a problem. I really should go through, because I have garbage collection turned off. I should go through and clean up everything. In fact, maybe I'll do that right now. You guys can watch. But anyway, in like 2 streams, we'll be able to start building the hangar, which is going to be a pretty big job, and it's going to require a little bit of engineering to get a big hangar door on the top, and then we're going to put the Titan in it. But we also are definitely going to want to do our weapon upgrades for the base before then. And in addition, by the time that happens, we should also have a new... By the time we're done with it, for sure, we will have a new Space Engineers update with new economy stuff, which might mean... Well, boy, I hope this save doesn't get borked for some reason, but it might mean we have new stations that might pop up, or maybe we go to space for a bit and look for more stations or something just to be able to do stuff with them. Why did I come over here? Oh, the lights. Working on lights. Alright. These are the... They're already nice and purple in there. They're the lights solar. And I don't know what... Let's see, we want that right there. Here, actually, we could just do this. What is this? Oh, why can't these things all just be... Why do you have to do HSV here and then RGB
Hello there.
everywhere else? Game Dork, thank you for becoming a member, man. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Skyloafers. I don't have a name for the thing, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll get you added to the screen, to the ending screen. So I won't be there today, but I'll make sure you get on there for the next one. Don't forget, perks of membership include that little badge next to your name, and also exclusive YouTube chat emojis. So you get that. Membership is only $2.99 American if anybody else is interested. I usually don't talk about the memberships too much, but since it's relevant at the moment, I thought I would mention it. All right. How do the... Let's see. Those things only really... Left coast. I love it. All right. We need to make this a brighter... Let's see. I should be able to do this. No? Is my antenna off? My antenna was off. Nope. Now my... That button. There we go. Alright. Where are those solar lights? Alright. I think this is probably... Should be probably more like that-ish. We'll say like right around there. Then we want to bump up that radius so that I can see. Not too far, because I don't want necessarily the whole inside of the thing here to be... There we go. Yeah, good enough that I could kind of see it. And that thing being lit up there really does help. And then it's hopefully not... Yeah, it's not terribly purple down in here, which is nice. Okay, good. So that worked out. So there we go. So we got that going. We got food going. We got a vector thrust ship parked over there. We got this guy in the way right here. Can I walk around him? I can't. So that's nice. He's totally fine sitting there because he's got solar panels. He'll be fine for a long time. I'm just going to walk up the roof a little bit here. There we go. So, next time on Titan, Now let's see. So what are we doing with the stream schedule here? Okay, so Titan will be next Thursday, as far as I'm aware right now. So we'll do another Titan in a week. This Sunday, DNA will be back, and we will be doing Designated Survivors, which is our, if you've forgotten, because it's been a while, it is our now monthly series where we are in space in a co-op scenario. We just got back to space last time. We used to be on the old alien planet, but we are now back up in space. And I think originally we had said we were going to try and build a small grid ship, and then we ran into like PCU issues. Those should be resolved. I'm going to definitely double check before we start the stream. But those should be resolved. The plan is now changed. We are no longer doing small grid ships or anything like that. We are making large grid battleships for the purpose of, one, teaching DNA how to make a large grid ship, and two, doing some piracy such that we eventually can take on some Factorum, and that flash means it's about to start raining. I don't know why there's a flash of light in my game every time it's about to start raining, but there is. So, hopefully we will be able to take on the Factorum soon. We're not going to jump straight into that, but we will attack some NPC ships or stations or something with our somewhat disposable warships that we're going to be building and designing. So, that'll be this Sunday. And then the Sunday after that, I was going to do City Skylines again, but after all the mods got fixed from the last one, literally the next day they put out another little update. They were like, hey, we heard you guys were complaining about some of the way this new fence thing was implemented. Here's another update. Broke a completely different set of mods, including the program that tracks whether or not mods are broken is somewhat broken now. So I'm just kind of chilling. It might be fixed by now, actually. I don't know. I haven't looked today, but it's weird having City Skylines 2, or 1, I'm sorry, being in that state of mods are always broken again. It's kind of nice, and also, annoying. So, anyway, that's it for me today. Let me close the door and head over to my cryo chamber. I appreciate everybody hanging out today. Game Dork, again, thank you for becoming a member. Thanks to everybody who is hanging out today and keeping me company. And I will see you all on Sunday for Designated Survivors. Have a good night, everyone. Wait. Have a good night, everyone. Thumbs up.